is 1991.
Grunge is an up-and-coming fashion trend.
But parachute pants are still holding strong.
The hammer dance soars in popularity.
And hair is still deflating from the 80s.
Good thing everyone had a scrunchie.
The World Wide Web is invented.
The Super Nintendo is the most popular toy of the year.
Executive Director Jesse Cruz looks like this.
Michael W. Smith's album, Go West Young Man, tops the charts.
Featuring the smash hit, Place in This World.
Walt Disney Studios premieres Beauty and the Beast in theaters.
Seinfeld, Fresh Prince, and Saved by the Bell are airing their early seasons.
Full House is in full swing.
And Rugrats makes its TV debut.
The New York Giants win the Super Bowl.
But all the attention is on basketball superstar Michael Jordan.
And in a little corner of the world called Northern New Jersey, Touch the World Ministries begins. Welcome to Touch the World House Party. My name is Abby.
My name is Alicia.
And on behalf of the entire Touch the World staff, we want to say thank you for joining our fall fundraiser.
This year, the party is extra special because Touch the World is 30 years old, and there's no one else we'd rather celebrate with than each and every one of you.
If you capture any great moments from your house party, we'd love to see them on social media. Tag SocialTTW and use our event hashtag TTW House Parties 2021.
Before we begin, we want to give a shout out to our party hosts. This event would not be possible without their generosity and hospitality. So let's give them a round of applause.
We also want to recognize the businesses and individuals that helped make 2021 house parties happen. Join us in thanking our fabulous sponsors.
Now it's time to start the program. You'll hear about the vision of Touch the World, a program update, alumni testimonies, and drumroll, the unveiling of 3 big projects we've been working on this past year.
God has done big things this year, and we are ready to share them with you. So, let's get started.
Touch the World started with the vision to move youth from apathy to energy in their faith by engaging in short-term missions. And that vision still propels us today. Our training equips youth with a deeper understanding of identity, culture, and mission. Year after year, we have seen that training youth in these topics not only prepares them for a one-time trip, but empowers them to step up and step into their calling as lifelong disciples of Jesus. This year, Touch the World is celebrating its 30th anniversary. We've held our training at many locations over the years, including Berube Farm in New York, Camp Tri-State, and Camp Bread Endeavor. In 2014, we found our home at the Mission Center in Kunkletown, Pennsylvania. This summer, the Mission Center not only hosted our 3-day mission training, it was the home for our 7-week young adult program, LEAD. Throughout all these location changes, the heart of our training has remained the same: to equip youth to live out the mission of God every day and everywhere. Over the past 30 years, Touch the World has trained and sent out 4,135 students representing 455 teams. But these numbers are only the beginning, and our vision is stronger than ever before. Recently, I've been reflecting on the gospel accounts of Jesus' life and ministry, and I've been struck by Jesus' call to people along the way. On one hand, he gives them an invitation, saying, "Come, follow me, and go." These all require action on our part, a response. At the same time, Jesus freely offers healing, forgiveness, and salvation, requiring nothing more of us than faith. Throughout the New Testament, we see how Jesus fulfills the promise made in Genesis 15 to make Abraham's descendants as numerous as the stars. Today, he is using Touch the World to draw students to himself and to add to that number. He is changing hearts and minds. Although we often cannot see what he's doing in the midst of the storm, we know that he is in control and that we can trust in Him. And I can confidently say that we couldn't be any more excited about all that God has in store. One of the things that we're most excited about is expanding the reach of our training. Later on, you're going to see the unveiling of 3 major projects we have been working on this past year. Each of these projects is an essential resource in the Touch the World curriculum. They will allow us to train more students than ever before, but we need your help. Our goal for this week is to raise $150,000 so that we can get our curriculum into the hands of churches and schools all across the country. As you listen to the program, I ask you to prayerfully consider what God might be calling you to give. If you want to take your partnership to the next level, we invite you to join the CORE. The CORE is a community of donors dedicated to supporting the mission of Touch the World on a monthly basis. By committing to give regularly, the CORE helps to sustain Touch the World by providing for our ongoing ministry needs. Now, let's take a look at some highlights from our training and programs this past summer.
wait was long, but this summer we were finally able to train students in person again. Our summer began with the launch of LEAD, our young adult leadership program. For 7 weeks, 4 college-age students made the Mission Center their home, focusing on their identity, the mission of God, and what it means to be both a leader and a disciple. They served alongside various nonprofits and outreach organizations and gained valuable hands-on ministry experience. Whether it was adventuring into the great outdoors or into New York City, these students stepped out of their comfort zones to discover how God is inviting them to join in His mission in the here and now. In addition to the LEAD program, we hosted one 3-day missions training where we dove deep into God's story, sharing our story, culture, poverty, and team building. Although the students arrived at training hesitant and quite frankly, pretty tired, they left excited and ready to be sent out together as one unified team. We also provided one-day trainings for 2 teams who were unable to attend our 3-day retreat, but still wanted to receive essential training before going out to serve. After each training, our teams went on to partner with ministries throughout New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. We loved being back with our students, and even though in a normal summer we would be training a few hundred participants, we were thrilled to be engaging with teams again, and are already looking forward to working with both schools and churches next year. Over our 30 years, we have seen hundreds of lives transformed. To celebrate, we are going to be hearing stories from 3 past participants, each from a different generation of Touch the World alumni. Their stories show the legacy of where Touch the World has been and provide a vision for where we are going.
Today is a very exciting day because we're going to be hanging out with 3 Touch the World alumni, all from different generations of alumni. So to start, we're actually going to begin in the Touch the World office, and we're going to talk to my friend Jeremy. So Jeremy, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Jeremy. I'm 21 years old, and I've been on 3 Touch the World trips, and then recently I finished out a program called LEAD for young adults.
Awesome. And what did you focus on when you were on LEAD?
How young adults can navigate through life through leadership opportunities and learning about God's identity, our identity, and how we live that out and serve others. It encourages me to understand that God's working everywhere. It's not about the hero mindset of we have to go over there to save people, but that God's working even in your neighborhoods. Going to a Touch the World training offers so much about learning the real ideas of what missions is, what poverty is, what culture is. They give a good training on how to enter into someone else's culture, but in a way that's lovingly, in a way that's Christ-like.
And Jeremy, as our representative of our younger alumni and even some of our current students, what is something you've learned from Touch the World that you wish more people in your age group could know?
My first trip was when I was 16, and that really shook and changed my life. It really stirred up waters in me to try to understand other cultures better. And I feel like Touch the World does a great job of helping young teens navigate that and learn more about different cultures and come alongside them and love them. It grew my faith even more and wanting to pursue that for the next part of my life.
All right, great job. Thanks for hanging out.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that was a great talk with Jeremy. Now we're gonna head into Harlem to sit down with Lauren Panzica, the director of the Greenhouse Arts Center. Lauren, tell us about yourself.
I am 32 years old. I'm the founder and artistic director of Greenhouse Arts Center, and I have been on 10 Touch the World mission trips.
Awesome. In our training, we focus on identity, culture, and mission. So what have you learned about those 3 things through Touch the World?
Being involved with Touch the World as young as I was, at the age of 12, I had a hard time finding my identity, to be honest. I loved the arts, I loved education, I loved people. I just didn't know where to go. But what I was able to do with Touch the World is be pushed and challenged to try a lot of different things, and it was there really that I feel like different parts of my identity formed. I'll never forget, after my trip to Uganda, I came back and I was about to graduate college, and so I made a personal choice of I'm not gonna take any job in which I'm not able to truly help someone else. And that one little resolution from that one trip has now grown into an organization that is making leaders of tomorrow and using the arts to create a space for people to come and feel safe, which is super important, but also to provide leadership development and create programs and family events that uplift the family as a whole, that will in turn impact generations to come. And so mission is the thread of everything we do.
All right, well, thank you so much for talking and chatting. It was great to hear what God has been doing.
Thanks for having me.
Ah, the city. Well, we're done in New York, so now we're gonna head to North Haledon to sit down with Jesse Wright. I'll see you there. So Jesse, tell us about yourself. How old are you? What do you do? And what trips have you gone on with Touch the World?
Okay, Jesse Wright, artist educator. I am 4017. Throw teen on there. The trips that I've been on: Haiti, Honduras, Mexico, Uganda, Mississippi, Arizona.
What have your experiences with Touch the World taught you about identity and culture and mission?
Matthew 25 speaks of clothing those who need clothes, feeding those who are hungry, drink to those thirsty, the stranger, visiting the prisoner. In the mission field, those things can seem very obvious because of the setting. It's good serving out in the field, but then also to bring that back and to continue to be on mission, even in areas where it might not seem as obvious. So in my artwork, these are prints where I wanted to raise awareness about the people I met in the mission field. We worked on a school in Mexico, so we have the books and the flowers for growth. We were at an orphanage in Kampala, Uganda. This was St. Joseph's School for the Blind in Jersey City. So even if I wasn't on the mission field, in the opportunities that I had through art in local municipalities, in surrounding towns, was trying to bring them the experience of mission. How can we see who needs help here in today's society, or even leaning into the future, is that thought of what we have access to. There's no excuse not to be neighbors. To become neighbors, we should avail ourselves of and really work to love one another. What does the Bible describe love like?
Well, thank you so much, Jesse, for sitting down with me.
Thank you.
It was great to get to know you and to hear about your story a little bit.
Thank you, Touch the World.
Thank you, Touch the World.
Thank you, Touch the World. Now we're going to be revealing 3 major products that Touch the World has been working on. And if you've been following along for the past 2 years or so, you've heard, you've seen, and you know that we've been working diligently on these products, and we're so excited to reveal these to you today. The first resource we're going to take a look at is the Missions Academy. The Missions Academy is our dynamic online training platform, and this hosts a curated collection of courses that show users what Touch the World is all about. And these courses focus on identity, culture, mission, and poverty. And so as we go to themissionsacademy.com, you're brought right to the homepage where you can sign in and create an account. You can also take a look at all the courses that are available. And so if you click on the All Courses tab, you can scroll through and see an overview of all the courses. If the user would like to purchase a membership, they can click on the membership tab above, and it brings them to the Missions Academy membership page. And this is really cool because as a member, there's a lot of different perks. You purchase a membership and the user has access for 12 months to all the courses on the Missions Academy. There's also community boards, there's private discussions, and there's even consultation with a Touch the World missions coach. So as you can see, the Missions Academy is a dynamic platform. It's beautifully created. I'm really excited for you to take a look at it. We're gonna move on and we're gonna take a look at our next resource. And this resource is our Missions Training Bundle. Now, the Missions Training Bundle has all of our booklets from our field guide, our devotional journal, and our reentry journal. These booklets are essential for the students as they come through missions training, and they pair perfectly with our in-person training as well as the Missions Academy. Now, here's one thing I want to share with you. I have yet to see this bundle. Your first time seeing this is my first time looking at this. My heart is racing and I'm really excited to take a look at this, so here we go. Look at this. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. This is why I do what I do. I'm kind of like tearing up a little bit here. The Missions Training Resource Bundle. Oh my goodness, it's even like, it's raised. That is top notch. So this field guide is super important for our students as they go on their trip. And this pairs perfectly with our in-person training as well as the Missions Academy. So students will carry this, they will hold this, and this will be in their hands and they're gonna flip through and they're gonna see everything that they need to know as they prepare for their trip. I'm shaking a little bit. This is so, so cool. Guys, I can't, this is amazing. The field guide, fantastic. The second booklet is our 30-day devotional, Questions of Jesus. This devotional is essential for our students as they go through missions training and as they prepare for their missions trip. This is going to allow them to connect even deeper with Jesus and prepare their hearts, their minds, and their souls to live a life that is on mission. There's a bird. And resource number 3 is the re-entry journal. A lot of times, students and participants on a trip come home and they don't really know where to go next. And this journal will equip them, prepare them for right when they've come home, but then for a lifelong of transformation and service. So each participant will get this journal when they return home, and they can take this with them and reflect on their time that they had on their trip. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so excited that you were able to see this with me for the first time. I am blown away, and I am so excited to get this in the hands of those not only that come to our in-person training, but that are nationwide. Groups and schools and churches and students can have resources, even if they can't come to our in-person training. And the third resource, I'm gonna take a deep breath. The third resource we're gonna take a look at is our poverty simulation called $2 Day. Again, I haven't seen this, and I think this is kind of the most anticipated for me to see. And it's all about putting students and putting team members in the shoes of a family living on less than $2 a day, which we look at and consider as extreme poverty. Here's the big reveal. I have not seen this. It's a beautiful box set, so I'm told. Are you ready? Oh man. Here we go. Whew. Look at the inside of this. Hold on. Can you see that? Oh, wow. So I was just expecting just like a cardboard box and just like, this is done so well. This is phenomenal. Oh, even like the texture in here, this is really, really well done. Okay, so we've taken a second to take everything out of the box and lay it out real nice so you can get a full picture of everything that was in it. And this family profile card, as you can see, it lists the family and all the members in the family, but it also lists the daily needs. And those daily needs are things like food and water that the family needs to feed themselves each day. And those daily needs are represented by these resource cards that you can see here. So we have water, we have rice, we have beans. And so all these resource cards are things that the family needs to gather each day. But it's a little complicated because there are scenarios and difficult situations that the family faces each day. And these are real life situations. These are things that families in the majority world and across the world, they face. There's so many of these scenario cards in the $2 Day box that the team will experience, and they'll be challenged to make hard decisions. So the beautiful thing about this $2 Day is that it can get into the hands of students and that they can be a part of something and start to understand more what it means to be in extreme poverty and start to gain empathy for those people. Really excited about this. I'm still in awe of all these things, and it's because of people like you, because of your generous support, because of your buy-in to Touch the World, that we can do these things. Really, really looking forward to getting these resources into the hands of groups and schools and youth pastors across the nation. And it's because of supporters like you, your generous gifts, that make this possible. So thank you for being a part of the team. Thank you for being a part of what God is doing. And we're really, really excited for what's ahead.
Thank you for joining us. The stories you heard today only scratch the surface of the lives God has transformed through Touch the World over the past 30 years. But now we are going to shift our focus from the past to the future, and we want you to be part of it. Our goal is to raise $150,000. Reaching this goal will allow us to launch our resources and to train more teams than ever before so that students can experience God's mission, just like Jeremy, Lauren, and Jesse did. Whatever gift you are planning to give, I challenge you to double it. There are a number of ways you can give. For cash or check, simply enclose your gift in one of the envelopes provided by your party host. To give online with a credit card or directly from your bank account, visit touchtheworld.org/party. We believe that if each of you gives your best gift, God will multiply what is given and fuel Touch the World to continue carrying out God's mission. Now, we're handing it off to your party host to share how Touch the World has impacted them and why they've chosen to invest in this ministry.
you.